Hello again to another video on Asking ChatGPT to learn Shopify in 2 days as an experienced web developer with Vue and Knox. So on the step 3, day 1, okay? Day 1, step 3, learn Shopify theme development basics. Okay, just to make a quick recap of the step 1, which is familiarize yourself with Shopify. So understand is what are the things that Shopify offer. So they have allegedly world largest commerce community where they allow you to build an online store as well as identify your different sales channels, okay, physical, digital, for example, or POS. They provide a fast, reliable checkout, as well as set up the POS and built-in marketing tools and centralize the business operations. And look at the basics of an e-commerce. You have product management, inventory management, order management, as well as the payment gateway, right? So now the step 2, okay, so I dive deep into the sign in or the onboarding sign up Shopify process. I also look at the admin dashboard, so I make myself familiar with that. I also see how can I create products, okay, and see the underlying basic e-commerce concept like product management, inventory, orders, as well as the payment solutions or the payment gateway, and see something called themes, the Shopify themes. All right. So uh, then now on the step 3 is learn Shopify theme development basics. So study the develop the this. So study the Shopify theme development documentation from here, shopify.dev/doc themes, to gain an understanding of the platform templating language, liquid, and file structure. This is exactly what I would like to do and explore the Shopify theme started code provided by Shopify to have a foundation to build up on. Okay, okay, okay. So let's go to the Shopify themes documentation. Okay. Again, the whole purpose of this is to study the Shopify theme development documentation to gain an understanding of the platform template language and file structure. So this is the on the step 3. Okay. Jesus, on the step 3. Step 3 is understanding of understanding. There is a missing N. Understanding of, okay, understanding of, no, this is the day 2, understanding of, or gain understanding of platform template language and file structure. Okay, on the gain understanding of platform templating language. Okay, the platforms templated language. Okay, liquid All right. So this template system, what allows is to easily populate data in the template based on based from populate data from template using database or from database. Okay. So again, understanding of platform template language. Okay. And uh, and file structure. Okay. So again, understanding of platform template language liquids and file structure. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So this is the 2 points that I need to learn here, or that ChatGPT emphasize. Okay, so first, let's go to make a quick read about this. So build Shopify themes. The theme shapes the online store experience for merchants and their customers. Build fast, flexible, and scale using Liquid, the template engine. Shopify themes template language, exactly, along with HTML, CSS, and JavaScript and JSON. So build a new theme and customize a theme. Okay. Shopify themes are package of templates, building blocks, and supporting assets. Use these building blocks to create modular, customizable themes. Learn about the architecture of the theme. And the Liquid template language is the backbone of Shopify themes and is used to load dynamic content on storefront. Exactly. So to make so these template engines, okay, like Liquid or template language, allows to load dynamic content in your store. Extend Liquid object to store and present custom data using meta fields. Okay. Dawn starter theme. Okay. Dawn is our vision for the next generation of Shopify themes. Browse the code on GitHub, then use it as a starting point to build your own theme. Migrate your theme to Online Store 2.0 and build fast with Shopify tools. Shopify CLI, Shopify GitHub integration, and theme check. Shopify theme store. Okay. Design beautiful purpose build theme for different markets and sell them to millions of merchandise. Okay. Shopify build fast with Shopify tools. Shopify provide a range of tools to help you collaborate and build things faster. Shopify CLI, Shopify GitHub integration, and theme check. Okay, integrate GitHub into your Shopify admin to manage your theme code. Awesome. Theme check. Detect error and enforce best practice as you code as part of your CI pipeline. Alright, so let's start with build a new theme, right? Okay. But before this, before building a new theme, I just want to learn about the architecture of this. Theme architecture. Okay, from this. A theme controls a themes control the organizations, features, and styles of the merchant's online store. Theme code is organized with a standard directory structure. Exactly. Okay. Standardized. So theme code is organized with a standard directory structure of files specific to Shopify themes, as well as supporting assets such as image, style sheet, and script. To learn how themes fit into Shopify and learn how to set up an environment to build and test themes refers to Shopify themes overview. Okay, if you're building a theme for the Shopify theme store, then you need to meet certain requirements for the customization options that your themes offer, your theme style, and the features that you include. Content. Theme files falls in the following general categories. Okay, markup and features. These files control the layout and functionality of a theme. Markup and features. They use liquids to generate the HTML markup that makes up the page of the merchant online store. Supporting assets. These files are assets, scripts, located files that are either called or consumed by other files in the theme. And configuration files. These files use JSON to store configuration data that can be customized by merchants using the theme editor. Theme editor. Exactly. But the theme editor is something that is the online editor. Okay. Markup and features. The following components determine the organization of each page. So the layout file. Okay. The layout file. The template. So the base of the theme, use the layout file to host repeated theme elements like headers and footers. Okay, common files, common components. The template that controls what displays on the page. Each theme should include different types of templates to display different type of content, such as the home page, product, and products. You can also create multiple templates for the same resource type and associate them with your store resource to allow for variation. JSON templates act only as a wrapper for sections, while liquid template contains code. Interesting. So JSON template. So when I look here, okay, at this, all right. So make myself familiar with the file structure. The layout file, okay, the layout file is the base of the theme. Use the layout file to host repeated elements like headers and footers. Common themes, okay? Password leak and theme liquids. Common and repeated repeated theme elements. Repeated theme elements. Okay. Repeated theme elements. Exactly. Okay. So the template, now the template here, okay. Oh my God. So the template control what's displayed on a page. Each theme should include different type of templates to display different type of content. So it controls what displayed on the page, the template. Each theme should include different type of templates. Okay, each theme should include different type of templates. Okay, different types of templates. Different types of templates to display different type of content, such as homepage and products. You can also create multiple templates for the same resource type and associate them with your store resource to allow for variation. JSON templates act only as a wrapper for section. Okay, the concept right below. While liquid templates contain code, it's a wrapper for sections. And when you look at the three now, okay, the theme, which is the complete page, okay, or use the layout. Okay, so the layout file, the template, okay, that control what's displayed on, and each theme should include different type of templates to display different type of content. Okay, so each theme should contain different type of template to display different type of context. Okay, such as homepage and products. You can also create multiple templates for the same resource type and associate them with your store resource to allow for variation. JSON template act only as a wrapper for section, something like this. So JSON here are acting just as a wrapper for section, which is another folder structure. So the section groups rendered by the layout contains that enable merchants to add, remove, or reorder section in area of the layout file, such as the header and footer. The section groups. The section groups. Layouts like this. Okay, location. Section group files are located in here. But this is section groups. Okay. Section groups files are located in the section directory on the theme. Okay. So if you want to group, okay. Alright. Okay, if you want to group different content, you use, or different section, you use them. And then you have this exception, the sections here, reusable customizable model of content that merchants can add to JSON templates and section groups like this. Okay. Reusable customizable models of content that merchants can add to JSON templates and section groups. Okay. Reusable customizable models or components. Okay. Where all of them, okay. Even here, so groups are defined as a JSON here. Okay. Well, single sections are defined using footer for that. Okay. Alright. Alright. Okay. So sections are reusable customizable models of content that merchants can add to JSON templates and sections, and the block. That each section contains reusable customizable models of content that can be added to sections and remove that. So the follow is this block, section, section group, template, and layout, right? If you follow this atomic principle, right, from the micro to macro. Okay, from micro to macro. All right. Features can be introduced. So this is the file structure and the platform templating language here. So features can be introduced into themes in liquid template files, sections, blocks, and snippets. You can implement theme features using Liquid, CSS, and JavaScript. A theme features determine how customers can interact with the content on an online store. Exactly. A theme features determine how customers can interact with the content of an online store. For example, your theme needs to allow customers to add products to a cart by providing liquid form tags with a prototype. This is for if your team needs to allow customer to add products to a cart by providing a liquid form tag. Supporting assets. You can add supporting assets to your themes to control the presentation of components and features, or to store reusable piece of code that can be used across components. For example, you need to add assets to style the theme. These assets helps to express the merchant's brand by defining the online store aesthetic and how content sections are styled. The theme styles is defined by CSS and JavaScript that apply to layout, template, and sections. So this asset helps to express the merchandise brand by defining your online store aesthetic and how the content section are styles. And the theme style is defined by CSS and JavaScript that apply to your layout. Where do you apply that? You know, you can store the liquid and HTML that you want to reuse across your theme in snippets and store, okay, for reusability, and store the theme CSS and JavaScript in theme assets directory. In addition, you can translate your themes into different language using local files. Okay, local file contain a set of translation for text string used throughout the theme. So for example, here you can identify them in locals, right? Which is it? They have that on Deutsch. Exactly. Which is a static text for this, right? All of this. That's right. So the locals here. Okay. Okay. You can store the liquid and HTML that you want to reuse across your theme in the snippet. Store the theme CSS and JavaScript in the theme assets. In the theme assets here. Okay. Okay. All right. So this is what you have on assets here. Okay. So supporting assets, you can add support. Okay. So supporting assets and the snippets here. Okay. Support here. Jesus. They have this particular way. So it's important to understand this architecture. Okay. So supporting assets. For example, you need to add assets to style the theme. These assets help you express the merchant's brand by defining the online store aesthetic and how content sections are styled. The theme style is defined by CSS and JavaScript that apply to layout, template, and section files. So it's here you can store the liquid and HTML that you want to reuse across your theme in snippets. Okay. So if you want to store reusable liquid and HTML components, you do that on snippets. Okay. You do that on snippets. Here. Okay. For reusable components. Okay. So for reusable components, for reusable HTML and liquid templates. Okay. But for reusable liquid and HTML components, snippet is the folder structure. For assets, okay, or when you want to store the theme CSS and JavaScript in the theme asset directory. Okay, so for theme CSS and JavaScript under asset folders. Okay, under asset folders. Oh my god. Okay. Yeah, they have this particular way of doing things. Component cards. Exactly, for themes. Okay. Themes, CSS, theme CSS in JavaScript. Theme CSS in JavaScript. Faces, globals. Section form. Recipient form. Okay. Section multi-column CSS. Share JS. Okay. That's right. In addition, you can translate your theme into different language using local files. Okay. If you want to translate your themes into different language using local files, so store local files. So local files contain a set of translation for text. Jesus, local files contain a set of translation for text string used throughout the theme. So store local files in the locals directory of the theme. Tip: for optimal performance, you should have a minimum of one.css.liquid file and one.js.liquid file for each theme. Interesting. For optimal performance, you should have a minimum of one.css liquid file and one.js liquid file for each theme. Interesting. On the Sparkle GIF. Okay. Quick add pops up. Question. .css liquid under here in the supporting assets. Unless they change that. Okay. Allowing for customization of theme components. Merchants can customize their theme from the Shopify admin by using the Shopify theme editor. Okay, but this is the online editor. If you can customize your theme. Themes can offer different customization options to enable merchants to create their desired customer experience. You can make your theme templates and layout sections groups modular by creating multiple sections and blocks. Refer to our section and block. Okay, refer to to our section and block best practice to learn how to design sections and blocks effectively. You can create settings to allow the merchandise to control the appearance or behavior of the themes. Merchants can set dynamic value for setting by using dynamic source. Directory structure and components type. Theme must be use the following fold. Okay. Theme must use the following directory structure: assets, config, layout, locals, sections, snippet, templates, and customer. Subdirectory other than the one listed aren't supported. To see example of the complete theme file, theme directory structure, and the various component type, explore the done Git repository. From this Shopify first source available reference theme with online store 2.0 features and performance built in. Web native in its purest form. Lean, fast, and reliable. JavaScript not required. Fails gratefully. Server rendering, and functional, not pixel perfect. Exactly. This is the folder structure. Assets, where you're gonna host is your theme CSS and JavaScript code. Okay. As well as your liquid and HTML components, reusable components. The layout where the theme will be. Locals for creating locals here. Okay, so to provide your shop, to provide different translation. Okay, so your application, so your store can be translating different applications. So your store can be translated into different language sections. What you can reuse is, what you can define is reusable containers. Okay, containers that enable reusable, customizable content here. So like section rendered by the template and rendered by the layout. Okay. And here the directory structure and components type. Okay. So assets. Only a layout directory containing a theme.liquid file is required for the theme to be uploaded to Shopify. So for example, here, theme liquid. Okay. So on the theme liquid, because the theme liquid contain is the entry point of your application. With also the body presets. Okay. Also some other styles here. And the body here, to provide some animation here. Okay, window.shop URL, request origin, route. Okay, what you're doing is just add this variable. But you can navigate through the password liquid, which is another theme here. Oh, okay. So assets directory contains all of the assets used in the theme, including image, CSS, and JavaScript file. Use the asset URL, liquid URL files to refer To reference an asset within your theme. Okay. Use the asset URL, which is part of the liquid. Exactly. Which is part of the liquid. Exactly. That's right. Exactly. So the basic, the filters, collections, color, customer, default, hosted file, HTML, location, media, money, payment. Okay, they have some filters here and payment here. So like the payment button, code and the data, payment button, payment terms, string tags. Okay, links to remove. Okay. Use the asset URL liquid to reference an asset within your theme. You can access limited liquid functionality in non-binary assets files by appending the .liquid extension. Common use case include JavaScript, .js liquid, and CSS liquid files. JS liquid and CSS liquid files. Files with this extension have access to following features: the setting objects and liquid filters. Interesting. Okay, something that if I look at this on the this is on the assets. Okay, on the assets here. Yeah, there is no one single .js liquid or CSS liquid in this demo. And they mention and they recommend that for optimal performance, you should have a minimum of one CSS liquid files and one JS liquid file for each theme. Okay, for performance, for optimal performance. Okay. And configuration. The config directory contains a config file for a theme. Config file defines settings in the theme settings area of the theme editor, as well as store their values. Theme settings are a good place to host general settings such as typography and color options. And the theme settings can be accessed through the setting objects. The layout directory contains the layout files for a theme through which template files are rendered. Okay, so the layout directory contains layout files for a theme. Layout file for a theme. Layout files for a theme. Like this, which is the entry point of our application. Through which template files are rendered. So template files. So through template files are rendered. Page title, page descriptions, contact pub sub and global. Okay, content for headers. You know, is this. This is when you're gonna render the content for headers. from the template content for header. So for example here, the layout directory contains the layout file for a theme through which template files are rendered. Layouts are liquid files that enable you to include content that should be repeated on multiple page types in a single location. So for example, layouts are a good place to include any content you might want in your head element, as well as section group for headers and footer. A theme.liquid file must exist in this folder for the themes to be uploaded to Shopify. And this, a theme liquid is required to be uploaded to Shopify. Okay, and if I take a look at the liquid, for example, if you want to call HTML here, placeholder SVA script tag, nope, payment stream tag and object. Okay, let's take a look at the basic here. Object handles, creating and modify handles, referencing handles. Okay, logical and comparison operators. Contains order of operations, types, tuple, trusty and falsy, white space control. Okay. No, if you for example defining logic with text, modifying output with filters, referencing objects, and things like that, right? So liquid basics. What is a template language? No, not at all. And liquid basics is to navigate the liquid basics like this. Referencing handle. Okay. Liquid basic, defining logic with text, modifying output with filters, referencing objects. And okay. Okay, so for example, if you want here to call content for headers, if you want, for example, scheme okay, let me wrap this. If you want to render here sections, header groups, exactly, this is the way how you render is content inside of the template or template here. And here what you're telling is, hey, these header groups are JSON, where now this JSON, for example, the header groups on the is instantiating in sections, reusable HTML and liquid component or JSONs as well. So for example, if I navigate to the header groups like this, okay, like the header groups, JSON, all right, is not injecting is this. So it has an announcement bar and the header, an announcement bar and the header. Okay. And this is if you want to preview the store for this. Interesting. Very, very interesting. and the locales, okay, that contains this translation to different this text string to different this text strings translated to different language sections, snippets, and templates. Okay, okay, okay. So that'll be a good understanding, okay, to gain basic understanding of the platform templates. So the platform templating language, liquid, and file structure. And that'll be all for this video. Take care. Bye bye.